everyone, this is a pick a card reading for love messages you need to hear right now. This is a timeless reading, which means that whenever you're watching this, whether you're watching it in 2020, which is when I've posted it, or whether you're watching this in 2024, it is a timeless reading. These are messages that I think are great for whenever you click and stumble upon this video. So yeah, we'll see what's coming through. We've got these three really special piles, and also we're going to be using the pendulum, which I'm super excited about, also charms and letters as well. So yeah, we will be definitely going through that, and let me show you my charms as well. There's a whole bunch of them in there. I'm so excited. It's going to be a interesting, unique, and hopefully very intriguing reading where you get a lot of information. So we've got group 1, 2 and 3. I just want to mention before we do start that the timestamps for each of these groups will be in the description box below, so you can go there, click on it, and it will take you to your reading. But also, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading with me, information will also be in the description box below. They are done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is my intention items are on Etsy. So I have some bracelets. I also have necklaces, crystals, embroidered cards as well on there, so definitely do check those out if you're interested. These are handmade, they're meditated with, and they're sage. I'm actually wearing a twin flame one and also the love one, but there's evil eye, protection, confidence, health and happiness, chakra bracelets. There's necklaces, as I mentioned, also embroidered cards which you can put on your pillow, in your wallet or your purse, which are super special as well. So definitely do check all of that out if you are interested. Link to my Etsy store is down below. If you want to see how other people have seen results with all of the items, then do check that out as well. It's pretty special and intriguing and exciting to see how so many people have seen results with everything. So so let's get started first of all with group number 1. Okay, I'm just going to move the other two groups very much so to the side as they literally just fell off the table. Okay, let's do that. There we go. Alright, group number 1, this is your reading for love messages you need to hear. So you chose this beautiful blue crystal, as you can see right here. It's so stunning. Oh, I love it when it catches the light. So beautiful. And you've got the cards here as well. I pre-shuffled these. And so we have here some tarot and oracle cards. So we've got here the cards. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So perhaps you're wondering, okay, is this the right person to love? Like, is it safe for me to do so? What I would say is open up your heart. It's hard sometimes when you don't know if you can fully trust a person or a situation, but at the end of the day, you must trust yourself as well. And I think that's really important. Some people, they love and then they realize, like, oops, it really hurt. But then it just goes to show that you have so much potential and capability within yourself to also heal yourself. And that's not me saying that, oh, just love everyone and love, people that even you are a bit not so sure about, because you can just heal. Like, that's not what I'm trying to say. But what I am trying to say is that you have power within yourself. And I think that when you have, that self-power, it just really does enhance your own personal abilities in regards to love as well. And I think that also trusting your gut is very important. Oh, as I'm literally coughing. I don't know if this happens to anyone else, but when I drink like mineral water, because I live in the UK and you can actually drink tap water in this country, but when I drink mineral water, like from the bottles, the plastic bottles, which I know is not good for the environment, but when I drink that water, my throat literally does not like it. So I just had some of that before, and now I've just gone back to like my normal regular water, and it's a little bit better, but I don't know if anyone else has that. Okay, so basically one of the messages here is that it's safe to love, okay? It is safe to love, and for you to love. When you open your heart and you live in love over fear, right? That is one of the best things that you can do, because when you live in fear everything that comes around you is fear, right? You can get obsessed with a person. You can get so possessive over a person. You can, always want to know like every single answer possible. Whilst when you live in love, it just is very natural. You love things. You love with love, you heal with love, you give with love, you do with love. And so I think that that's one of the things that it's really saying here is that, open your heart and you will receive the highest energy, because if you live in fear, you will continue to receive the lowest energy. Okay, so that's one of the things, especially for those of you that are single and perhaps you're thinking like, oh, I just don't know if anything is going to happen. That is, again, you living in fear, not in love. I saw this amazing Instagram quote actually, which said, know your worth and then add tax. It's so important to know your worth. If someone is not treating you right, you got to still live in love, right? Not in fear, because that's the most important thing. Okay, so we've also got this one which says, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So especially for those of you that are with someone or you're in a situation with someone, it's saying that, you can give this a chance. You can. But make sure you're not sort of sitting and waiting, because one of the first things I can see right here is the Four of Pentacles, right? Some of you might be sitting and waiting and wondering how things going to go. Are things going to progress? Like you're probably thinking, for those of you that are single as well, you might be thinking like, when's it going to happen? How's it going to happen? Just want to say that this reading, I truly feel, is about living in love, not fear. And when you do that, you will embrace some of the most beautiful gifts that the universe will give you, because you will feel at your highest, you will be at your highest vibrational energy state, and that will attract abundance. Look, it can take time for us to attract the right amount of abundance, and oftentimes it comes when we least expect it. So that's why living in a state of love within yourself is one of the most powerful things. You've got here these cute little birds, on the back of the, I believe this is a hippo, okay? If I get it wrong, I'm really sorry. But, it's that energy of just enjoying the little things in life as well. And it's also saying that this relationship is worth a chance. For those of you that are in a situation with someone, you're wondering, how are things going to unfold? What's going to happen? How are things going to progress? It shows here that, there is this energy of someone making an effort, because you've got here make the effort. And obviously with a connection, it's got to be both ways. It cannot just be one person. And also just remember that the right relationship is not brittle. Okay, I don't know if anyone watches Matthew Hussey's YouTube channel content. It's really amazing. Okay, I know that like there are some people that say like, oh, it's no good, and things like that. But I actually do feel that some of the advice he gives you is or gives people in general, is very, very true. The right relationship is not brittle. Okay, it's not going to come crashing down just because you express your feelings. You see how it works? The right relationship is one where two people choose each other. And that's the thing. So what it's saying here is that, especially if you're wondering, okay, what's right for you, just know that when you live in the highest vibrational energy, you will attract someone who is also at that high vibrational energy state and level. The more you obsess, the more you're living in fear, right? So here, it really does show that you can give things a chance, but you have to live in love. And if you live in love and you realize that, wow, I know my worth now, I've had a tax, it's a lot more than ever before, then you've realized internally, deep down in your heart, what's right for you. Right? And then you can attract the right person as well inside. So the make the effort here shows that, of course, the other person also has to make an effort. It can't just always be you, because that's what I'm seeing here, is that I feel like you're always the one making an effort. You're always the one going out of your way to make things happen. Perhaps you're spending a lot of money, energy, or time trying to figure out what this connection holds. And with the right connection, you oftentimes don't have to try and figure all of that out. It just very naturally flows to the point where you don't have to wonder what this person thinks, because they'll text you what they think or tell you what they think before you even get a chance to wonder about it, right? So that's what it's showing here, group number one, with your reading, is that it's, you're going to have the right relationship where two people make the choice to be with one another. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take, but also same on their side. Right? They got to put in equal amount of effort as well. So, Four of Pentacles, that can again be you wondering, what's going to happen? How's it going to happen? I'd say that the Four of Pentacles is a really nice energy, because it's also an energy that is to do with happiness and being content, enjoying the little things in life. I think that that's very important. Love is not just about loving someone, right? Love is also about ourselves. right? And all the little things. For example, I love my career. For example, I love my viewers. You know, it's a state of love that just really uplifts. Yes, there are going to be days when we don't like the things that we're doing, or we don't like certain people, or we don't like how certain people treat us, but that is a reflection of themselves and not a reflection of you. So we've also got here the Seven of Cups, right? Seven of Cups is your dreams, your wishes, and your fantasies. Don't let go of that. You know, the kind of partner that you want, or the kind of person that you want. Perhaps they're not giving you enough time. Well, that's, again, a reflection of them, not a reflection of you. So it's really important to consider these things. I feel like with group number 1, this is a reading just full of considerations. Like, these love messages that you're getting here are showing you that you deserve a lot, okay? You deserve a lot, and you might be questioning your worth and your value. Do not question it. In fact, add tax. I'm telling you, add tax to your worth and your value, or VAT if you're here in the UK. Just, you know, it's the most important thing you can do. Otherwise, this Ten of Swords is that sense of like feeling, you know, not good, not happy. There's also this card actually, which I always keep on the side. It's from the Modern Witch Tarot card, and this is actually the Ten of Swords from that deck, but they give you this extra card, and it just says everything is fine. This is technically the Ten of Swords, and I always keep it on the side because obviously it's not really a part of the actual deck. It's just, you know, an extra card that comes with it, and it says everything is fine, and you've got this girl just looking at her phone, right? Remember, a great relationship doesn't make you question your worth. It uplifts you even more. Okay, so that's what's really important here is the Ten of Swords. If it feels soul crushing and it makes you try to figure out like, oh my gosh, you know, what's wrong with me? Am I doing enough? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Then it's probably not the right connection for you, right? So it's really important here to know that it is safe for you to love, but also to put yourself first and to give, you know, your relationship a chance. If this is with someone that you're sort of wondering about, like, it's okay to do that, but know your worth at the same time, right? And it's important that both parties make the effort. You've also got here the World card as well, right? So this is about putting yourself and your needs first. It's very, very important. I see you as a very kind, compassionate, and very considerate person. The sword energy is also about communication. You've got quite a bit of blue here as well, also with a crystal, throat chakra, right? So make sure you can communicate. There was this amazing quote that I found actually. I really want to read it now. Let me just grab my phone. Sorry, I need to because I saw it and I think that this can help so many of you that perhaps are needing. Here it is. I always screenshot different quotes on Instagram, so it's this one here, which says, saying how you feel will never ruin a real connection, right? You see that? I'm telling you, okay? It never will. It never, ever will. I know sometimes people want to walk on eggshells. Real relationships are not brittle. It's just something I want to say. Like, sometimes I feel like with this reading, there's a lot of truth coming out. Like, for some of you, you're really just, you know, been in a situation where you've just been giving so much time, so much effort, so much energy, and it can just feel really frustrating. It can feel so chaotic. It can feel like, wow, you know, what is happening? Like, why am I waiting? You know, it's really about enjoying those little moments, enjoying yourself, and living in the highest vibrational energy of love. And oftentimes when you do that, what tends to happen is that, I mean, this is amazing as well. This happens a lot with twin flames and soulmates, is that because they're energetically connected to one another, when you are chasing someone, they can be running, right? Because you're energetically putting so much energy onto them, they don't feel like they need to do anything. Whereas when you pull back your energy, you live in a state of love and for yourself, they start to then chase a little bit, right? It's like the reverse happens. This is why also when people break up and there's one person that just really wants that person, they're so desperate, the other person's like, no. And then, you know, eventually as the other person moves on, you know, the one that's really hurt, someone that always comes back around. Why is that? It's energy. It really is. So here is really focusing on your energy, taking control of your life, right? You can give it a chance, absolutely. You totally can, but make sure you're living in a state of love, not fear. Okay, so pendulum. I forgot to actually say that, you know, I hope you were thinking of a question, but I'll give you, well, you know, the pendulum, actually my pendulum is kind of slow anyway, so you get a chance to hopefully ask a question. Okay, so ask a question and yeah, okay. It will give you an answer. Okay, so it said try again, which I think is really interesting because some of you might be in relationships and connections where you're like, oh, you know, maybe you don't want to leave because you have to try again. Maybe you are just, you know, trying again with this person. Maybe it's an ex. There's an interesting vibe that I get with this. Now, obviously, this actually means, you know, try the pendulum again. So I am going to do that. But I feel like try again is also showing you that maybe some of you are afraid of, you know, going back into the world of dating. Or for some of you, you're afraid of, you know, just getting stuck in there and trying again. So I think that's really, really interesting. It says ask a friend. Okay, so for some of you, asking people around you can be really, really eye-opening, and they could give you answers that perhaps, you know, you've sort of had in the back of your mind, but you just needed that what is it? That you needed that information from someone else. Because sometimes, you know, talking it out with someone else can be really, really very eye-opening as well. Also online, you know, some amazing articles, you know, that are really eye-opening when you type in things like, you know, is he the one? And then it gives you these articles where it says like 20 signs that he is the one, or if she isn't the one. You know, it's really eye-opening because these are often articles that are written by other people who have been through perhaps similar experiences. So asking someone, this doesn't necessarily have to be a friend, it could be a family member, it could even be a counselor or a therapist, or, you know, just even a stranger. You know, sometimes these things just happen. So I think that that's an interesting kind of shows that maybe, you know, someone could help you in regards to the actual answer. So let's have a look at the charms. All right. Oh, we've got quite a lot. Oh my gosh. I feel like I just picked up literally all of the zodiac sign charms, which I think is really interesting here. You have got the lion, okay, this means strength and courage. It's almost like you've got this, okay. Live in strength and love rather than fear. That's been a big topic of this reading. And of course, Leo energy, so you could be Leo, or you could be involved with a Leo, or there's some kind of Leo energy. Now, obviously with these charms, either you could have this sign somewhere, you know, strong in your birth chart, like your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or perhaps the other person does, but also it gives energy as well. So you've got here Gemini energy. This could mean that the two of you perhaps are twin flames, or that you can feel each other's energy. So when you pull back, it's almost like they come rushing forward a little bit more, which I think is also quite interesting. You've also got here the blue potion as well. So again, what did I say? Communication is very key in this particular, actually look at that, got a key as well. Communication is key, all right, in this particular connection. And that's what I feel is really important, is that communication needs to happen. And listen, if the person backs away, it's again a reflection of them, not a reflection of you. So try not to take it personally, and we can't change someone. That's also quite important. So you have this very nurturing characteristic as well. You might be also thinking, maybe the more I stay in this, the more it means I'm strong. But actually, real strength sometimes is doing what's right for you, you know, in a situation. We've got here the charm of the crab, which of course represents Cancer and that moon energy, like intuitively, because, you know, the intuition colour to me also kind of rings true with blue. Intuitively, you might know what's right, you know, and again, you've got that Cancerian energy. You've also got here the energy of, I believe this is Aries. So you've got here the Aries energy as well, sort of fiery energy, dominant. Now this could also be ego, right? I'm just saying, for some of you, it could mean ego. You've got Taurus energy, stubborn, yet, you know, wanting commitment. So perhaps this person is stubborn, or perhaps you are stubborn, right? Because you're not sure whether you want to try again, or you want to move forward, or perhaps you might feel like, oh, I can't find anything better than what I had previously. There's an interesting energy coming through there. And of course, the key also represents that sometimes you've got to unlock matters of your own, you know, heart and how you feel and what's right for you as well. And then you've got Aquarius energy as well. Water bearer, this is about healing, which I think is very important. You've got a lot of blue here as well, which also showcases healing as well. And even the Seven of Cups, you know, this is your dreams, your desires, and your wishes. If you hold on to something that isn't right for you, how will you ever find the thing that is right for you? You know, healing is required in order for you to obtain the wish come true and the essential dream. You've also got here the green crystal as well. This is to do with the heart chakra. Okay, so you may feel like your heart, because to be honest, this lizard here, I believe it's a lizard, is completely green. You know, it looks like it's just been stabbed, and every time I think about green, I think of like the heart, Mother Nature. You know, you may feel like your heart has just been stabbed, or you may feel like you're not in the ideal situation. open up your heart and live in a state of love and see how that makes you feel. It will be hard in the beginning, but it can actually be, really quite strong as well in that sense. Okay, so letters, which I'm really excited about. So this can spell out words, or it could spell out initials. Well, it could be initials, should I say, because it can't really spell out initials. Okay, so we've got a H and an E, so we've got he, which is quite interesting. Okay. I do have a lot of female viewers, but I also have male viewers, I just want to say. So you got a hey. See, some communication vibe. Perhaps you're going to try and sort of fix things with communication, or at least try and tell them how you feel, and try and see, how to gauge things. And if you feel like they don't communicate with you very well, then, you might be like, all right, well, you had your chance there, which I think is quite fascinating. You got a D, a Y, of course, an N. You know what we've also got here? We've got mend. M-E-N-D. So trying to, resolve things, trying to fix things. Okay. Some of you might really want to resolve things in this situation. You've also got an I. You've got high as well. And you've got a Z or a Z, depending on where you live. It's interesting because, again, I did mention very early on this could be someone from the past, but again, take it according to your situation. But this was a very specific message that I feel like some of you really needed to hear. So that's what we've got there. All right, so this is your reading group number 1. Now, if this reading resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on my Etsy store as well. And I just went like this and you can't even see them. There they are. And definitely do take care of yourself as well. Alright, so that is your reading. Let's just put this one to the side. It is so beautiful outside, and I cannot wait to go out for a walk later on. I wonder if anyone watches like the in-between bits. Let me know in the comment section below if you've been watching the in-between bits between the readings. I just find it really therapeutic, like sort of collecting up the cards and sort of putting them in their place and then moving on to the next reading. Obviously I give timestamps so that nobody's really wasting their time watching me pack it up, but it feels really, really lovely. So yes, okay. Right, so group number 2. Alright, group number 2, this is your reading for love messages that you need to hear. So we're going to have also an appearance from the Pendulum. So if you have a question, keep it in your mind. If not, don't worry. When I get to the Pendulum bit, we will ask the question anyways. We've got tarot and oracle cards here, and also we're going to be using charms and letters as well. So do stay tuned for that. You never know, you could get some interesting initials or words that resonate to your situation. So let's have a look and see what love messages you need to hear. You've got this beautiful pink crystal which you have chosen. How stunning is that? Very, very stunning. Wow, okay. I pre-shuffled these cards, I have to say, whoa. Alright, soulmate is your first card. It says here, yes, this is your soulmate. So for some of you, very soon, you're either going to be meeting your soulmate, or the person that you are currently around is a soulmate, which is very interesting. Now I said a soulmate because in this lifetime we have multiple soulmates. I believe that we have multiple soulmates and we have one twin flame, but not everybody meets their twin flame in this lifetime, and not everybody will meet, all of their soulmates. Some people don't meet any soulmates. I know, it's crazy, but basically here it really does show that the person that you have, in terms of involvement with is, for some of you, you're single, some of you you're not, right? So this here really does show that if you're involved with someone, this person has soulmate characteristics, which is quite interesting. And it also shows here chemistry as well. It says there is a strong magnetic attraction here. You know, see the red and the blue, and the red and the blue always remind me of a magnet, right? Because the red and the blue, they attract. Otherwise, the red and the red, they repel. The blue and the blue, they repel. I feel like I'm in a science class all of a sudden. Welcome to Moonlight Guidance's science class. So yeah, wow. Okay, well, we figured out that this person is a soulmate, or at least you're going to be meeting your soulmate very, very soon, which I think is really, really exciting. Definitely, you know, keep your high vibrational energy up, live in a state of love, not fear, and, you know your worth, because I think this is so beautiful. You know, you've got some very romantic cards, and you've also got here as well, this could be the one, which says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So for some of you, you could have met this person already in a past life, right? And you can feel really attracted to them, and it can almost be like, wow, you know, I've already met this person somehow. So when you meet this person, you'll be like, I've met you, you know, I know you. That's what tends to happen with these very strong spiritual connections. And also for those of you that are sort of around someone in that sense, very strong soulmate kind of a connection. You know, soulmate connections are not necessarily easy, but they are, you know, very, very special in that sense. You know, special to the point where you feel like, whoa, there's something here. You know, there's something really, really special and magnetic that I know that I'm not going to find necessarily anywhere else. So we've definitely got a lot of those energies coming through there as well. Okay, we've also got the star. So this is about, you know, wishing and hope, and it's so beautiful. Look at that, right? So you've got the star. You've got the Knight of Cups, which is so beautiful. You've got here the Eight of Wands, which shows a lot of messages, interactions. You've also got the Unicorn as well. Like, this is out of the extraordinary. This is someone that's really just gonna, because I'm seeing two things, as I mentioned before. Either you're single and this person's coming in which case this person is going to shock you. You're going to be like, whoa, I never expected to find somebody like this. It's a true like wish come true. It's like a 1 in a million kind of thing that you just did not expect. And for others of you who are around this person, you already know that this person is super, super special, that you're not going to find someone like this person. And on the flip side as well, there's this really strong romantic energy, you know, where you want to do things with this person, you want to spend time with this person. And also the star here shows that as well. It's like you just, you know, you're wishing for things to manifest and progress. Well, there's, you know, a difference between wishing and manifesting, but I mean, you know, you can sort of combine both of them into manifestation. But, you know, wishing is more so when you just wish for something and then you don't do anything. You just, you know, you like just wishing. And manifesting is when you know, essentially you ask for something or you wish for it, but then you put in a lot of work to sort of back up that energy. So you've also got the Nine of Cups as well. Make a wish. That's what I want to say. Make a wish, because you've got two wish cards here, okay? And it shows here that I feel like you are going to, either you're going to have a very long-term relationship with your soulmate, because not everybody wants to get married, you know, that's one of the things, or you're going to marry this person. It's very, very strong. Like, I feel like you're going to end up being with your soulmate. Wow. For some of you, you already know who this person is, and for others of you, you don't. What I see here is there's a lot of progression, there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of direction, there's a lot of fulfillment that I'm picking up here as well. There's just this really strong energy of, you know, you're just feeling like, wow, this is the one. Because we think of the star, we think of like the one, you know, the one that just makes your heart sing with joy, and it's really special, you know, in that sense. So for me, wow, for me giving you this message, it definitely seems like there's something really strong and very, very powerful here that many of you are feeling, and you just have this feeling that this is the right person, and there's no other way that you feel, you know, you can sort of go around that, if that makes sense. Like, you just know that this is special, that it is meaningful, you know, attraction and chemistry is very high. In regards to this entire situation, and so that's what's making you feel like, whoa, you know, this is really it. Like, this is what I want. And for those of you that are single, it's what's going to come your way. So manifest. You know, so what I would say is that's one of the best things you can do. Also, you've got a lot of moons here as well, so it's really pointing towards intuition, but also to hope as well. And you've also got this pink here as well, which is really romantic. It's very romantic colour. So Oh my God! And there's that phrase, isn't there? There's that quote which says, "Real men wear pink." I know that for some of you, perhaps you're males who are watching this particular reading, and of course, you know, whether you're interested in a male or female, despite being a male or a female, or however you identify, it was just a quote that really came into my mind, which I think is really interesting. That, you know, this is someone who will not be afraid to go out of their way for you, regardless of sort of like gender stereotypes and things like that. Like, you know what, if you like something and it's seen as like, oh, you know, like men or women shouldn't do this, it's like they don't care because they really love you. You know what I mean? So it's just a really interesting energy. And also this color here also represents the lotus, you know, and it's so auspicious and so prosperous. So you definitely got, you know, a lot of that really strong energy coming through as well, which I think is quite significant and also very important. So now we have the pendulum. So ask a question, and my pendulum is quite slow, so you will have time to answer, ask a question, or you can pause the video, and let's see what the answer is. Okay. Okay, so the answer here is no way. This doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. All right, so of course it depends on what you ask, but don't be discouraged, because essentially what it's trying to say here is that there's something really strong out there for you. All right, so however you phrase that particular question, try not to panic, because essentially the message I'm getting from your spirit guides is, regardless of what you asked, it's a very positive outcome for you. Okay, because some of you might have asked something and you might have got no way and you might be really discouraged. Please don't be discouraged. Okay. So that's what we have there, and then also I'm going to use charms and also letters as well. Let's go with the charms first. Okay, I literally just, you know, grabbed 3 charms, which I think is quite interesting. Should we grab some more? Let's do it. Okay, again, a little handful. Ooh, some potions. Okay, and also got the letters here as well, which I'll go into as well. Again, you've got a bouquet of flowers, got some more pink here as well. They might really be someone who likes to surprise you with gifts and, you know, really give you things that you like. Perhaps you really love flowers, or this is also a celebration as well that's coming through, you know, so you could be receiving flowers and things like that when you're perhaps with this person. There is this energy of time. For some of you that are single, this person will come into your life in time, okay, but don't try not to wait, you know. That's one of the things, is continue to do you, be you, live your best life. I think that's the most important thing. We've got a green crystal here. This is opening up your heart chakra, okay, so going into nature and spending time in nature is probably one of the best things to do. I did mention as well that, you know, the day is really nice today, and I was going to go for a walk, as I usually do, and it's just so refreshing. It doesn't always, you know, in this country, in the UK, especially if you don't live here, it's not always sunny. You know, it really honestly isn't. Out of 365 days, I would say like 2/3 of those days are not really great days, weather-wise. So, you know, I feel like whenever it is sunny, it's like you're worshipping, you know, such good energy. And so, you know, it's really about sort of like, you know, if you can go out in nature, open up your heart chakra. It's a good vibe, it's a good energy. You've got here the moon crystal as well. Now this is to do with your intuition, right? So trust your intuition, trust your gut, and also know that everything that happens for a reason. You've also got more blue here as well. So again, this is also to do with communication. Communicate with yourself what you feel is most important, what you feel is most necessary, and know that you have the soul of glitter, okay? This is something that not everybody can find. So if you're in a situation with someone right now and you're thinking, oh, this is too much, you don't deserve to be treated that way, okay? I just want to say that. You don't deserve to be treated that way. Nobody does. And if you're being treated that way, well, clearly this is not your problem. It is actually a part of how they are treating you, you know. Some people say like, oh, you know, why is this person still around? Well, because you allow them to be. That's also, you know, part of it, especially for those of you that are going through a hard situation. it's something that I think is really important to mention as well, is that, you know, sometimes we allow that kind of energy and that behavior. So I think that it's really important here to trust your gut and your intuition, and just know that, you know, the universe can really surprise you, with someone that's really good for you, and actually someone that, you know, it just feels like, wow, you know, I was sort of, look, there's nothing wrong with horses, okay? Just want to say that. But perhaps you were, you know, going after someone in the energy of like a horse, but then you actually received a soulmate in the form of a unicorn. You know, it's that kind of energy where it's even more magical. There's nothing wrong with horses. Just want to say that, okay? I love horses too, but, you know, it's that kind of energy where you just never thought you'd get that step up, but then you did, and it's just magical, okay? So just want to say that. Okay, letters. This could be initials. It could also spell out words as well. So let me know in the comment section below. May resonate with you, may not. So we've got here an E, we've got an O, we've got an L. Leo. Okay, that's really interesting. Could be Leo energy, okay? You could have Leo somewhere in your chart. They could have Leo somewhere in their chart. I'm talking mainly Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If not, this is also about strength and courage, okay? Having the strength to move forward, having the strength to realize your worth. And that's something really important that I literally just spoke about before as well, okay? So Leo is about strength, it's about courage, it's about taming your fears. We want to live in a state of love, not fear. So that's very important to mention. You've got a P, a U, an A. I'm seeing here plea. Perhaps you've, you know, put in a plea for this person, or you've really been pleading them. Or someone else. Not necessarily your soulmate, but this could be someone else, where perhaps actually, you know, it could be for some of you, where you've just been really pleading someone, or you've been, you know, you've been stuck in this situation and you're just really like, you're not sure whether you should let go or not. You can't really beg someone, but I will say, you know, take this according to your situation. You've got an N as well. Some of you could be long distance. Or maybe this person lives in another country, because you got plane. You've also got plan as well. You got another A. You got 3 A's. And you got a C as well. Okay, well, that's what we've got there. This is so much fun. I really like, you got a can as well. And you've also got lane. Perhaps you've been telling this person, please stay in your lane. Cap. Oh, this is so much fun. Anyways, yeah, let me know how this resonates to your situation. I just see, okay, overall, you're going to be with a soulmate. Your soulmate, should I say. I think it's better to say it that way. You're going to be with your soulmate. And you know what? Sometimes in life things are difficult. Sometimes things are challenging. We don't know if we should go in a specific direction. We don't know. But the most important thing here is trusting yourself, trusting your values, knowing yourself, and living in a place of love. When you live in a place of love, trust me when I say eventually fear melts away and you start to learn, you know, more about your authentic self, and you start to learn more about you. And I think that's just so important, and so vital and so crucial. So yeah, I just feel like you're going to be in a very happy, committed, beautiful relationship. And for some of you, you're perhaps having a hard time letting someone go who's like keeping you from getting to that point, or perhaps you're the one stopping yourself. For others of you, you may have met a soulmate who you just feel, you know what, this person is the one, and in which case it's showing this connection right here, and it's giving you confirmation of that, very much so. So I think that that's quite interesting as well. But make sure you look after yourself, and trust your gut and your own personal energy, because at the end of the day, that is genuinely one of the most important things that you can do, and it's just so vital and so crucial as well. So that is essentially what we have right there, and yeah, that is your reading, very much so. So Group number 2, this is your reading. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, pre-reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on my Etsy store. And definitely do take care of yourself as well. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to group number 3. Okay, I'm just going to take these charms and put those back in. Oh, no, never mind. We had a C, didn't we? I just realised it spelled peace. Well, hopefully it didn't click off straight away because it's a little extra there. Peace. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this does seem like a very peaceful situation. Okay, right, so... Alright, group number 3. These are readings. Love messages, these are readings. These are messages for you that you need to hear right now. Okay, so you've chosen this absolutely stunning, beautiful blue crystal. How beautiful is that? So beautiful. And we've got here the oracle cards and also tarot cards. I'm also going to be asking the pendulum as well, so if you have a question, keep it in your mind. If not, when we get to it, you can always pause the video, ask a question. So that will be coming up as well. And I'm also going to be using charms and letters for maximum info, so it's quite exciting actually in that sense. So we have here getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. We've also got here reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And we've got let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Okay. Well. You know, there's that joke which is like whale, 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 because... I just looked at that crystal as I was saying well. I was like thinking of whale, like whale. Anyways, this just goes to show like how my jokes work. They're not that amazing, but anyways, I just really feel like someone that you have either been in a situation with or someone from your past is somehow returning back into your life. It just says it there with reconciliation, and I feel like the two of you are going to get to know yourselves even more. Now, I know that there are some people that are probably watching this and they're going, no, Moonlight, no, I don't want someone back from the past. Well, interesting you say that, because this is not necessarily someone that you don't want, okay? So if this is an ex where you're thinking, oh, I don't want this person, it's not that person, because I'm seeing that this is someone that actually you want, and that goes for everybody across the board that I feel is watching this reading. For some of you, this is someone from your past life that you are going to have a reconciliation with. And this is someone that you're really going to want. You know, it's that kind of energy. I don't see this being like a random ex that you absolutely hated and that you're completely over. I don't see that here. I actually see this as a person who you want, right? So whether this is perhaps an ex from the past that you really want, or whether this is someone from your past life that perhaps you really, really want, or, you know, subconsciously have wanted, even in that past life. So to me, this reconciliation here is not actually a bad kind of energy, and that's what I'm seeing, right? So that's very interesting. Past does not just have to mean this lifetime, it can also mean like, you know, other lifetimes as well. So getting to know each other is also a really strong energy, because getting to know each other is about, you know, the more you get to know each other, the more the bond strengthens, the more it, you know, deepens. It's like the more you water a plant, the more it's going to grow, the more the roots are going to get, well, hopefully a little bit more stable. So it's almost like that energy of like, it just gets built upon and it flourishes like a flower. And that's what I'm seeing here. We also have let go of control issues. Okay, for some of you, maybe you're codependent. Maybe you really rely on your, a person or a partner for validation, or they are your source of happiness. In which case, or you perhaps always want to know what they're doing, where they are at, or how they are doing, or who they're meeting up with and who they're seeing. And that again is this form of like a control issue where you're trying to sort of not necessarily like completely control them, but you want to have full control of the situation, because not having control makes you feel anxious, makes you feel scared, makes you feel like, oh my gosh, otherwise it just doesn't work. It's that kind of energy that I'm seeing here as well. So, it says here, allow this situation to unfold naturally. Try to just go with the flow. Live in love rather than fear, which is definitely something that I've been saying so much recently. I totally believe in it. The more you live in fear, the more obsessive we can become. The more toxically attached we can get to certain people. It's about detaching, letting things flow, having trust, having faith in the universe, having faith in the other person, but not just like giving all your faith straight away to that person, letting them earn it. It's very important. See, that's why this getting to know each other card is very, very important, is that you're going to get to know this person even more so that you can then let go of these control issues and you can sort of flow with the energy of the connection rather than constantly feel like, oh my gosh, what is happening and why? And part of that is also communication. You chose this blue crystal. This blue color is to do with clarity, and things being clear. When you look at just this absolutely beautiful, clear blue ocean, it's just so crystal clear, you can see. But also it's to do with communication, because it's to do with the throat chakra, right? So to me, I really feel like there's this sense of rebirth as well in this connection, especially for those of you that are exes or someone that you've really wanted from the past. This is about you letting go of control issues and then this person really starting to give you a lot more attention and a lot more energy. And for others of you, this is a literal past life connection that's going to enter your life, which is like a literal rebirth. That's it's big, basically, to say the least. So obviously it's really significant and it's very, very important. It's the way it is. So yeah, that's what we've got there. So you've got this big reconciliation energy, but also detaching. I do feel that detaching is very, very important, and this is a message that I think is very important to hear. You can't rely on someone for happiness. You can't rely on someone for your personal victories and your success. Like, it comes from within yourself, and you have to also celebrate yourself within yourself and not just for or with someone else. I think that's really, really important. And the more you have that self-love towards yourself, the more you really just have so much going for you, and the more you're doing for you, the more you will feel better, and the less you will be so reliant upon another. Because every connection really is about complementing one another. It's not about two halves making up a whole. And that's the thing, is that if you can get to a point where you're just letting go of these sort of issues or control issues and just letting things flow naturally, you'll feel so much better. And it's about living in the moment, right, rather than living always like in the future and thinking like, okay, when's this going to happen, when's that going to happen? Because once you get to it, it's not the end of it, right? Once you are in a relationship or you're with someone that you really love, that's not the end of it. There's still more that continues from that. And same goes, like, especially for people that want, a job or a career and they're just not getting it. They feel like, okay, once I get to that, it's victory. But actually, that's when, the hard work starts. That's when, the real sort of test begins. So I think that that's really important as well. Enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Because once you get to the destination, you've got a lot of work to put in still. So I think that's very important here. So that's why I think letting go of those control issues is really important. You got the Two of Swords, okay? For some of you, you might just feel really confused. You might feel like, oh, I just don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Three of Pentacles here shows that this person's going to be, like a cheerleader, someone that actually you can cheer with, and someone who's going to cheer you on as well. But also you can cheer this person on, and you cheer together. But you can also cheer for yourselves. You know what I mean? Like, this is that energy where you can cheer for yourself, they can cheer for themselves, but then in turn you can all cheer for each other, both of you. And also, this is an energy of like friends as well. I feel like they're going to introduce you to their friends, and they're going to try and allow you to sort of mash well into their energies as well. Yeah, I think that's really important, because oftentimes when people don't really introduce you to people that are close to them, you know, it's almost like they're hiding something sometimes. And I just feel like this person's going to really try and make a very conscious effort of involving you in all ways possible, so that you at least know where you stand in the situation as well. And it's almost like this really lovely energy of teamwork. You know, in order to be in a strong connection, you have to be teammates first, and that's really important. You know, it can't be that, you know, you're this team and I'm this team. You got to be on the same team, and that's really important. Otherwise, you're always going to feel like you have to one up each other. You're always going to feel like you have to play this cat and mouse chase game. That's not what it's about, right? That's just really unhealthy. At the same time, can it work? Yes. I mean, short term, then long term, you know, what happens? So it's really important about, you know, knowing those particular questions and having, you know, all of that in place as well. So you've got the Devil. Again, this is that energy of attachment, which I think is really, really important. Detachment, well, the energy of attachment is important to address, but what needs to be addressed fully is detachment. Detaching is really, really crucial. Really, really crucial. And very, very important. So detaching is one of the best things that you truly can do, right? And that's by focusing on you, loving yourself, living in love, not fear, and just trusting the universe that what comes to you is going to be the right thing for you. What's meant for you will never pass you by. And that is just so important to note. I know that it's like a really like difficult thing sometimes to understand that situation, but truly, what is meant for you, it's not just going to disappear randomly, right? It's not. And if you feel like you have to wait for something, then obviously, you know, sometimes it's not right. You know, there has to be sometimes space in situations so that people can learn and grow and evolve. But anyways, you know, someone from your past here is very much so returning. And if you've been waiting for this person, I do really recommend that right now is also a great time to detach from this situation, to be you, to focus on you. When they come to you, they come to you. But don't spend that time waiting. Sometimes waiting can also prolong things as well. And you've also got Judgment as well. Judgment here is about transformations, right? So your situation here is changing. Someone's going to come in, someone's going to tell you how they feel about you, how they see things with you as well, right? So you can feel that sort of warmth and that energy from the sun sort of, you know, going over you. You might feel like you've got to the top of the mountain where it's a victory, but remember, what goes up must also come down. So I think that that's really important as well. Okay, so take care of yourself and put yourself first. I think that's just absolutely important in this situation. But yeah, someone from your past is coming in, and maybe this person was indecisive before. Okay, even if this is someone from your past life, maybe they were really indecisive, things perhaps didn't work out. It's almost like in this lifetime you've been brought together to, you know, to work through those things and to get to know each other more and to actually be on the same team. Okay, if this is someone, you know, recently who sort of disappeared or a while ago, then again, it's a really important energy where it's almost like they had to sort of, you know, disappear to understand themselves. You know, perhaps let go of some of their bad habits or energies that were, you know, really taking over them. Maybe they were addicted to certain things as well. It's just, you know, something that's coming through. So I hope you have your question ready for the pendulum. My pendulum is quite slow, so you can still ask your question as I do it, or you can pause the video and ask your question, okay? So let's have a look and see what the answer is. Oh, it's going between maybe and definitely. It is a maybe, okay? Maybe is one of those things where it's like possibly, you know, because it kept going between definitely and maybe. So it's like a, you know, it's a strong maybe is what I would say to that. Okay, so let's go now with the charms and the letters as well. Okay, let's go with the charms. So, oh, we got a turquoise heart. Oh wow, I got the lotus as well. Look at that, very auspicious, very, very prosperous. That's amazing. This is very prosperous. You've also got the circular blue crystal as well. This to me is like really representing throat chakra energy, so you're definitely going to be communicating with this person who is this person from the past. And also we've got here Taurus energy, so it could be that there's perhaps Taurus, you're a Taurus, or the other person's Taurus, or there's Taurus in the sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. But aside from that, what I'm really seeing is that this person can be a little bit stubborn, okay? Even you could perhaps be a little bit stubborn, with sort of detaching and things like that. But there's this energy of commitment and there's this energy of warmth and love, which is also really coming through. And it seems to me like both of you, you really want this. That's something that's also coming through here. You've also got here the beautiful heart-shaped turquoise crystal as well. This is peace. This is serenity. Like, this is also like surrendering and just letting things be. And I feel like when you surrender, that's when things just start to occur and things manifest and things just progress. And sometimes it's hard to understand like how and why and when, but sometimes we just gotta let go of that and just trust that trust with the universe that things will just progress, things will manifest, things will be the way that we want them to be, and they will be. It's that kind of a vibe and that kind of an energy. So let things be, allow things to manifest and progress. And I think that's just so important. You've also got here this moon shaped crystal, which is to do with your intuition. Trust your gut, trust your intuition, and also communicate with this person, when they come to you. Like, let this person come to you. I do think that that's really important, is that let them come to you. And I think that that's just very, very significant and very important. Let them come to you. Let them progress towards you. I think that's the best thing that you truly can do. And you'll see that things will just sort of flower. Actually, even with the lotus here as well, things will flower, things will flourish. And there's a sense of like taking flight as well with the bird that you have. And it's just that energy of enjoying the moment as well. I think that's so important. Enjoy the moment, enjoy the energy. It's one of the best things you can do. Oh, I just looked at the time and it said 5555. Oh, okay. Sorry. Get really excited over these repeating numbers, which, by the way, I see like on a daily basis. Oh, so many repeating numbers. Maybe I just look at the clock a lot, but no, I believe that there is something really special about that. I mean, you might be seeing a lot of repeating numbers as well, and write them down. Perhaps you have a journal or, a piece of paper, or even on your phone or your device, write down the repeating numbers you see. They're really, really amazing. So yeah, amazing messages, should I say. So if we look at the letters, I'm going to just grab a few more actually. Okay. Now this could be initials, this could also spell out words as well. So definitely let me know in the comment section below. Some of you it could resonate, some of you might not, it's one of those things. So we've got a Z or a Z, depending on where you live. You got an I, you got a C, an A, a U, an L, you've got a C again, CC, a T, a H, and you've got a T. So I saw hat, which is one of the words I saw, H-A-T. Maybe this person wears a hat a lot, or perhaps you wear a hat. I also saw as well cut, as you can see here. Okay, this could also be initials as well. The other thing as well I saw here is something that's reminding me of the reconciliation card, which is latch, L-A-T-C-H, which, to be honest, also goes with the energy and the theme, okay, of detaching, because you might feel like you're really latched onto this person or that you can't let go. So part of this also is a message here with that is, to sort of like cut, to cut the latch or to cut those chains that keep you just so attached to this person, because that's what's coming through with let go of control issues. And also the devil is trying to sort of let go of that and sort of detach essentially, or cut some of those energies, in that sense. Like, I'm not saying you have to cut cords or anything like that of energy, but it's more so about detaching and really just being there for yourself and taking care of you, rather than perhaps feeling a little bit more like this, which is like sort of under the weather and always waiting or feeling indecisive. So yeah, detaching is really important here. So yeah, you may feel like you're really just latched onto this person, which I think is quite interesting as well, especially for those of you that are waiting and this is like someone from your past who you just feel that is going to come through again. It's really about, again, sort of like trying to detach in the best way you possibly can for yourself. So That is essentially what I'm seeing. And you may feel a little bit stubborn, you know, with that sort of Taurus energy to do so. But I feel like it's really important in that sense as well to do so, so that the real flowers can bloom, so things can progress in a really beautiful sort of loving way. In this connection, things can like manifest in the way that they need to, if that makes sense. So I really feel like that's quite a significant energy that we have here. So this is your reading group number 3. Now, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on my Etsy store. Definitely do check those out if you're interested, and do take care as well. Bye!